Hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you have never been here. My name is Andrea and I talk about books a lot on my channel, and that's about it. Today I have a fun video. I wanted to talk about some fall books that I will be reading, some fall new releases, some that are already out. We're finally past the first day of fall. We're finally in the fall vibe season. So clearly my house is ready for fall. I'm ready for fall. So I put together a fall reading guide, whether you like romance, fiction, fantasy, horror. I have a little bit of everything. So let's get started. The first book I want to mention that I think you should read in the fall is If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. I cannot rave about this book enough. I've been dying to talk about it. It is so good. If It Makes You Happy is a romance, an adult romance set in the 90s, and the vibes were just so good. When I was growing up, the 90s was the big influence on my childhood. It just had such a good reflection of the 90s, I felt like, in all the references. It was so atmospheric and fun. But it is a small town romance about Michelle, who has inherited the work of running her mother's inn, and the next door neighbor happens to be Cliff. Cliff is the town baker and a single dad of two girls, and this town is so close. It's definitely giving Gilmore Girls. Like, I just can't describe it any other way. It's giving Gilmore Girls. It's giving everyone knows each other in this town, and then Michelle is like this big city girl that's come to the town. But I feel like it was done so good, and these characters really had like their own voices and were fleshed out, and the romance was good. Like, all the feelings were there. So I love this one. Definitely recommend for fall. Continuing with the romances, I have It's Different This Time by Joss Richards. This one is again a romance, starting off with those, but it's set in New York and it is definitely giving the fall vibes. It's about Adam and June. This is a second chance romance story, and they used to live together. They were roommates, and when they both find out that they have basically inherited this really good property in New York, they can't turn it away, but it means that they are forced to come back and live together for a month, and they have to do that if they want to keep the property. And like, the monetary value is really high, and there's just a lot of reasons for them to do it that make it worth it. Except we don't really know going in why they stopped talking to each other. June moved across the country to LA, like, she's an actress, but there's just also some tension that you go into already picking up on. Obviously the cover is giving fall vibes, but I also feel like New York in the autumn seasons like just gives the perfect reading atmosphere that you want to read about. So definitely check this one out. It is coming out on September 30th. The next one I have is another romance. It's Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I am a new fan of Lila Sage, okay? I absolutely love her books. I devoured all of them. She wrote Done and Dusted, the cowboy romance series. And so in Soul Searching, we are not in cowboy era anymore. We are moving on to paranormal era. So there is a upholsterer named Brady that lives in Sweetwater Peak. That's where this new series is set. And he has a room above his shop that our main character ends up moving into because she needs a place to stay as she's coming back to save her family's antique shop. Collins is a girl character, and she moves in above Brady's shop into that apartment. So they're kind of already in the close proximity that I don't mind seeing in my romances. And Brady is a little off put from Collins because he hears her talking to no one. And so their arrangement just becomes something more as they are pushed closer and closer together. I can't wait to read Soul Searching. I actually am hosting book club in my town, and I picked Soul Searching as the book for October. So I have high hopes. I really want it to be good. I need it to be good because people are not going to trust me if I pick a boring book. Let's all hope it's good. It comes out on September 30th. The last romance that I have for this fall guide is Mate by Allie Hazelwood, coming out on October 7th. I'm an Allie Hazelwood girly. What can I say? I love me some Allie Hazelwood, and though I didn't love Bride, I will be reading Mate. Like, give me the werewolves. Give me it. I don't care. I will be reading Mate. I didn't really want to read Mate because, like I said, I don't love the vampire werewolf thing. I'm kind of just like, I really prefer Allie Hazelwood's regular romances, but I saw something about Mate that just made me like really excited for it. Basically, our main character, Serena, is a hybrid and she's very hunted and she's like prey to everybody around her. They don't like her. So, the only thing she can do to keep herself safe is to go to the alpha named Cohen Alexander and basically beg him to protect her. I know Allie Hazelwood is crazy. Like, the stuff she writes is just on another level. So, I'm here for it. I am sad. I have a horror book that I think is a great addition to this list, and it is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. Play Nice is about a house inhabited by a demon that our main character has to move into, and there's a lot of other things that go into it, but that just gives it the big horror element. And I read So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison, and it was crazy. Like, it was good, but it was different. It was just one of those books that was so different. And me and my friend Gabby read it together. And I don't think we knew what we were getting into, but it's just a memorable book. Okay. If you've never read it, look up So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. But ever since that, I'm hooked. Like, this is an author that writes different kind of books and like adds some really interesting twists. So I definitely have to put this on my fall guide because in the fall you need at least one spooky horror book. The next book I have is Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake. That one comes out October 21st. It's a fiction book. It's about a girl who joins a sorority and finds that there are some peculiar things going on to be in this sorority, and basically the element of being with a bunch of girls and like what they have to do to stay in the sorority is the main plot of the book. And the synopsis is very vague, but I think Olivia Blake has a way of writing. I kind of have like a love hate with Olivia Blake because some of her stuff that I've read has been really good, and some of it I've read, I just feel like it's like she has these ideas, and it's like, I don't get it. Like, I know there's an idea there and there's a concept there, and she's doing her thing, but I'm not following. So I hope this one isn't like that, but I think she's talented, so I feel like it'll be good. So then I have a book that I would love to read in the fall called The Second Death of Locke by V.L. Bavellino. It's a fantasy. We're getting into the fantasy part of this guide. And that one is about a knight and a mage. So basically, in this world, knights and mages are tied together. Like, every knight has a mage and they can harness their magic and basically amplify their own magic. And so I think it's really interesting having this duo of couples that are feeding off of each other, like have this dual relationship, like where they're using each other. And our main character, it's like a girl and a boy. So I hope there's a romance with this because I think it'd be really interesting, especially with like a power imbalance and how they work through that. I don't know. It's fantasy, but I want it to be a romance too. Next for fantasy, I have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil is a book that I think people have been saying is reminiscent of Addie LaRue, Secret Life of Addie LaRue, which I loved that book. Like, I think it's phenomenal, one of the best books I've ever read. So I'm interested to see what V.E. Schwab has done here. I know it follows three girls in three different like years. Like, literally we have 1532, 1827, and 2019, three different locations, and then just going through different things, but they all tie together. So I'm not exactly sure if they're like related or what the connection is. I think that's part of the story and finding out as we go. V.E. Schwab is one of the best writers that I've read. So when she has a new book coming out, it's going on my TBR. So another book I have on this guide would be some dark academia. So it's fantasy, but also dark academia, and that is Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. Currently, I'm trying to read Babel, and it's taken me a while, but I'm also annotating it for my friend Sarah, so it's probably why it's taking me a while. But I like R.F. Kuang. Like, I like authors that are super well educated and in their writing it shows. Just a preference. Some people hate that. Some people absolutely hate to read by authors like R. Kuang because they write where you have to really think about what's going on and you are not just told, you're learning things, you're interpreting things, you're figuring things out on your own to ingest a story. And I don't mind that. I don't mind it when I have the time. So when I have the time, I will read Catabasis. When that will be, I don't know. I will probably have to audiobook it, and when I do, I got Everand, okay? I'm covered. I will do that. But definitely one on my radar. Okay, the final book I have is another dark academia, dark romance fantasy called Nightshade by Autumn Woods. I saw some hype for this, but I also followed the author, and the pictures that she posted of the characters just looks amazing. Like, the characters just have a great vibe, and the characters and how they look and how she has been marketing her book are what really made me want to read this book. So this book follows Ophelia Winters, who accepts a scholarship at a university that she plans to attend to prove that her parents' killer is at the university and is a very prominent figure, and she's going there to uncover what happened to her parents. She's seeking revenge on Kane, the person that she thinks has done it, and she, along with that, has a stalker and somebody trying to kill her at the university, and it just really gives the dark academia vibe. So I think it would be really great for the fall, and I already have it on audio because I want to read it really soon. Okay, that's my 10 book recommendations on this fall guide. Let me know if there are any fall books that you have on your radar that I can add to my TBR, because will I get to all of these books? I really hope so. These are kind of like my immediate what I want to read for the rest of the year, so I will be working on that. But let me know what book you're most excited for coming out this fall. And that's it, so I will see you in the next video. Bye!